So I'll do a warm-up, but I won't say anything like Ujjayi or Mulabandha.
Okay.
And I'll give you the mic.
Okay.
We'll do a Dharma, and then I'll give you the mic, and you can stand them up and...
Setting intention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll say this is your intention. That's the only thing I'll say.
Okay.
I'll say that I'll make sure I say this higher intention in the Dharma talk. Okay. So you just have to say your set of intention.
Yeah.
That'll say good. And like when you teach it, that's one way to do it, and kind of get that in at the top.
Okay.
Like you say that in there in the Dharma talk. Then when you stand up and say higher intention, now Mula Bandha, Ujjayi, or Ujjayi, whichever one you want to teach first. Right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Come on to the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. And from here, we're going to do a little cat-cow. So on your inhale, let your abdomen drop, lift your chin. On your exhale, round your upper back, bring your chin into your chest. On your inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now, just explore that a couple of times on your own, using the breath and the movement to find that movement through the spine. And then come to a neutral spine. So you're not in a back bend, nor are you in a forward fold. And from here, shift weight over into your left knee. Extend your right leg back with your right toes on the ground. So instead of lifting your leg up into the air automatically, just extend your right leg back with your right toes on the ground. Notice that your toes are in a dorsal flex, your ankle's in a dorsal flex. Now lift your foot off the floor and bring your heel as in line with your hip. I know you can't see your foot behind you. I want you to experience it and feel it. So notice if you have to lower your foot. Now, if you have to look back to see, you want to look back and see if you can see your right big toes behind you. But try to line heel up with hip. Then shift weight into your right hand. Peel your left hand off the floor and extend your left arm alongside your left ear and balance. But that idea of that alignment of having the heel in line with the sacral, the wrist in line with the shoulders. And then inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, round your back like a cat and bring your left knee to your right elbow, left elbow towards your right knee. Yeah, like a little crunch. On your inhale, extend both your arm and your leg. Then exhale, round your upper back, bring your elbow towards your knee. Then come back, yeah. And then do that one more time. And then stay, breathe, inhale. Exhale, 1, don't keep going, stay there in your little crunchy. Exhale, 2, yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 3, on your inhale, extend your arm and your leg, yeah. Then exhale, gently place your knee and your hand down. All right, do that on the opposite side. Extend your left leg back, but don't lift your left foot up. Notice if that's your first response. I'm gonna lift my foot in the air. Keep your toes on the ground. Why? Because now you have awareness of what your hip's doing. When you just throw your leg up into the air, you have no idea where you are in space. Now, notice that your left foot is in a dorsal flex. Your toes are pointing down. Lift your left foot into the air, but line your heel up with your hip. Don't lift your foot above your hip, which will throw you into an open hip. It's a closed hip. Now shift weight into your left hand and peel your right hand off the ground and extend your right arm. And then just balance there. Find that balance. Then inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, round your upper back. Bring your right elbow towards your left knee. Little crunch. Then inhale, extend, reaching forward and back. Then exhale, round the upper back. Knee and elbow come toward each other. Then extend. Then round your upper back, elbow towards your knee, and stay in your little crunch. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, extend. Good. Then exhale, gently place your knee on the ground, your hand on the ground. Tuck your toes under, meaning that you're on the ball of your foot. Push your seat back to your heels. Reach your arms forward. Try not to put your forearms down. Your arms are active. Now, bring your ears in line with your arms. Press into your index knuckle, and without moving your shoulders forward, lift your knees up, coming into a downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Squeeze your legs together. Snakes only have one tail, I swear to God. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels, then lift your knees up, downward facing dog. Good. Let's do that again. It's the same thing as your spinal roll. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward into Cobra. Try not to rush. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your seat to your heels, lift your knees up, downward facing dog, all right? Now, if you don't want lotions or assist today, raise a leg and down dog, split and echo, and I won't touch you. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And as you come forward to a plank, press the floor away from you, doming your upper back, and look at the windows. Look at the altar. Don't look at the floor. Now, try to squeeze at the bottom of your glute muscles and pull your buttocks towards your heels. So your hips aren't in the air, nor are they dragging or dropping. Inhale. Exhale, navel's going to move in and up. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Look forward, not at the floor, please. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Look forward at the wall. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, soften your knees. Slowly walk your feet toward your hands. Keep your feet about hips width distance apart. Keep your hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Now, if your palms are lifting up, if you're bending your knees, or you're on your fingertips, God gave you 2 hands. I gave you 2 blocks. Please use them. Press your palms down. Let your head be heavy. That's the thing. That's the thing. You want to have a steady connection. You want to have a joyful connection, right? Fingertips are not joyful connections. Imagine if your intimate partner were to put their fingertips on you every time that they wanted to caress you. It'd be creepy, right? So if you want a symbiotic relationship with the earth, think about how that your connection to the earth really matters. How am I connecting to it emotionally? How am I connecting to it psychologically? How am I connecting to it physically? Right? Soften the knees slowly. Heel toe the feet out as wide as your mat. Your heels are going to be on your mat. Your toes are going to be on the floor. Come to a squat. and bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms, squeeze in with the knees, yogi squat. If you need to, you can always sit on a block. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then gently place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. And extend your legs out in front of you. And bend your right knee into your chest. Step your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Then dorsal flex your left foot. Pull your left toes back. Lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring your right hand behind you with your right hand closer to your sacrum than the wall behind you. And even though you're looking away, be aware of what your left foot is doing. Have awareness of the things you cannot see. Are you pulling your toes back? Is your foot relaxed? Is it over to the side and kind of twisting? So awareness of every little thing. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, come back to center. And exhale, counter twist over to the left. Keep your legs where they are. Notice if you're already going into somewhere where I haven't called. Notice if you're ahead of me. Have awareness if you're ahead of me. Have awareness if you're ahead of me. On your inhale, come back to center. And exhale, extend your right leg. On your inhale, bend your left knee into your chest. Exhale, place your left foot on the right side. I'm not getting on to you. You know that. I'm just being a yogi. On your inhale, lift your right arm up alongside your right ear. Pull your right toes back. And then exhale, twist over to the left. Gaze over your left shoulder. And inhale. Notice what you're doing with your hip. Notice what you're doing with your foot. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Lower that hip. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. It's harder now, right? Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, counter twist over to the right. And you can stay for a few minutes because I was making a point. Then come back to center and extend your legs and come sit in Sukhasana. Easy seat. Easy seat. I'm going to leave that up to you what that is. So if you wish to sit in Virasana, you can sit in Virasana. If you wish to sit with ankles crossed, you can sit with ankles crossed. If you wish to sit in lotus, you can sit in lotus. Whatever it should be easy. It should be easy for you. It shouldn't be trite or hard. We're going to chant a little. We're going to chant from page 16 for those of you who are new. And we're going to chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, but then we're going to turn over to page 67, and we're going to chant number 2, a mantra to the goddess Tara. So 3 ohms. Om. You can fold it in half. Om. Om. Loka. Loka samasta samasta sukhino Sukhino bhavantu, bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now turn over to page 67. When look at number 2. And I'll just sing this through and then you can join me. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. Your turn. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. 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 Once more. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swaha. So, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, the words, and the actions of my own life contribute to that happiness and that freedom in some small way. Tare tutare ture soha. Om, Goddess Tara, embodiment of all of the Buddha's actions, the Buddha's Dharma. I prostrate myself before you, whether in happiness or unhappiness. I'm always going to do the Dharma, not like what I want to do. That's kind of like an American thing, right? Where we kind of like to do what we want to do when we want to do it, when we feel like doing it. Yoga is an interesting process, because yoga is a process of starting to become aware of every action that you do, right? Iyengar, the teacher Iyengar, I like to quote Iyengar a lot when talking about this. Iyengar once said, how are you ever going to know God if you don't know what your big toe is doing? How are you ever going to know the Buddha's Dharma if you don't know what your big toe is doing, right? How are you going to understand how you can uplift the lives of other beings if you don't know what you're doing in your action? That's what Iyengar is really saying. It's a beautiful saying. People kind of like think it seems a little like funny or weird that he says it that way, but in reality, he's right. A higher intention in the yoga practice is awareness, becoming aware. Am I breathing? Am I ahead of things? Am I ahead of the rhythm? Am I too slow? Am I pointing my foot away from me? Am I pulling my toes back toward me? Am I in an external rotation of the thigh or an internal rotation of the thigh? This is gross awareness. This is awareness of the physical body. But this awareness of the physical body then allows you to become aware of your subtle actions. Your actions of thoughts, words, and emotions, right? And how those thoughts, words, and emotions ripple out into the world and affect other beings. So if you want to uplift the lives of other beings, then you have to be aware of having upliftment action, right? Hard. It's a very difficult practice. Sometimes people ask me, like, what is advanced yoga? I say that advanced yoga is not doing a handstand into Ekapadikaldinasana B, into Astravagha asana, into a chin stand, jumping back into a chaturanga, an up dog and a down dog, and then going back into a handstand. You see that kind of stuff on Instagram all the time. That is not advanced yoga. That is a circus trick. Advanced yoga is when you are aware of action, when you understand your action, when you are conscious and awake. That's advanced yoga. Fold up your chant books. I will come by and pick them up, and Echo is going to teach us something wonderful. So come stand at the front of your mat in Tadasana, mountain. Just so you set higher attention.
Everyone bring your hands in front of your chest and set your today's higher intention. Bring awareness to this practice. Close your eyes. When you're ready, bring hands down. Open your eyes. Tadasana with feet toes together. Hands are by your side. Look horizontally in front of you. Today we will have the strict vinyasa. Though let's call back what is vinyasa. Vinyasa, V means sequence, nyasa means place with consciousness. So vinyasa means place with consciousness. And vinyasa have 5 elements inside. First, higher intention, just what you did. With intention and with consciousness, the yoga gets the spiritual meaning. And then second one is Mula Bandha. Everyone have blocks with me. Bring a blocks between the inner thigh and as high as possible against your pubic bone. So Mula Bandha can only be lifted at the end of axial. And what Mula is root, Bandha is rock. So this is our root rock of our body. And once you engage Mula Bandha, you lift up the block and you also lift up the pubic floor. This is engage Mula Bandha. So let's try practice together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale, try to lift up the Mula Bandha, squeeze your legs and lift the vaginal wall, or pinions for the men. Exhale, release. Okay, bring the blocks down. The third one is Ujjayi breath. Bring your hands up close to your throat. So Ujjayi means, U is upward. Ujjayi means victorious. So Ujjayi breath is victorious breath. And it's bring energy. And Ujjayi breath, breathing through your nose, breathe out through your nose. It's nostril breath. And the third, also Ujjayi breath is inhale and exhale have the same length. So everyone today, right now, please open your mouth. Inhale. Sorry, inhale through your nose with your mouth open. And exhale through your mouth, make ah sound. Ha. Did you feel the vibration of your throat? And right now, close your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose, but still try to make this ah sound in silence with the vibration. And keep always Ujjayi breath, inhale and exhale, the same length, that is Ujjayi. Then the fourth one is continue, bring your hands down. Okay, the fourth one is continue movement of your, continuous movement. So everyone has your hands ready. What is continue movement is like you are not moving too fast, you are moving not too slow, you are always moving at the same pace. So look at me first. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. So this is always moving. I'm not stopping at the middle. I'm not jerky. So everyone bring your hands ready and move together with me at 4/4 count. First round, just watch and then move when I clap my hand. Bring your consciousness. Inhale, 2, 3. No, first round is just move. Yeah. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And the last one is Drishti. Drishti is each asana has Drishti is our focus, eye focus point of our gaze. When we are in Tadasana, you are looking horizontally to the front. You are just looking like watch a sunrise. So it's on the horizon. And every asana have a different drishti. I will cue the drishti during the vinyasa and you will follow the drishti. This is combined in the vinyasa. So today we will have the Jivamukti Surya Namaskar in strict vinyasa. Which is strict vinyasa, it means, Jivamukti Surya Namaskar total have 13 elements inside. And we will practice 3 rounds. First round, left or right side, I will cue slow up, and you will move with your consciousness. Every cue about alignment, movement, and the gaze, you follow it. And the left side, I will cue a little bit faster, and you will follow my cue. And this time you have to match your inhale and exhale with my cue. Then the second round is I will cue as a vinyasa, but I'm not cue like as slow as before. And then you have to match the inhale and exhale and all the movement with my cues. And also you will do the drishti by yourself. And you always counting to yourself in 4/4 beats. Don't move, let your body come ahead of you. Be aware of your body movement and try to remember the sequence. Then the last one, we will set the metronome and you will do it by your own with the 4/4 count beats. You are like a dancer or musician. You are dancing with your body at 4/4 beats. And try to remember the sequence. Okay, bring your hands near your side, Tadasana, toes together, look horizontally. On the inhale, hook thumb, reach up, arch back, look at your thumb. Exhale, fold, bring hands back, straight arms, legs, and fold down, look at your knee. Inhale, bend your knee, bring hands down. Step your right leg back into lunge, back leg strong, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet hip distance apart, press your hands, arm along ear, look at your knee or navel. Inhale, coming forward to plank, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga, bend your elbow, look forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, look up, press your hands, belly off mat. Exhale, downward facing dog, look at your knee. Inhale, coming again to plank, back flat, look forward. Exhale, knee, chest, chin, lower one by one, hips high, look forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra, look up, look forward. Exhale, see back to heel, downward facing dog, look at your knee. On the next inhale, step your right leg forward between hands, back leg strong, look forward. Exhale, left foot meet right and fold, look at your knee, both legs is extend. Inhale, bend your knee, hook thumb, arm along ear, reach up, arch back, look at your thumb. Exhale, reverse flow, hands back, straight arms and legs, and fold down. Inhale, bring hands down, step your left leg back into lunge, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Oh, sorry. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come into plank. Exhale, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, see back to heel, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward to lunge. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold. Inhale, bend your knee, hook thumb, reach up, arch back. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, so this is Jivamukti Sriya Namaskar. And then we will have the second round. This time, you have to count by yourself at 4 beats. So your movement is like a continuement. And match the inhale and exhale with my cue. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, engage Ujjayi breeze. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Inhale, hook thumb, reach up, arch back. Exhale, arms roll back, straight arms, legs, and fold. Inhale, bend your knee, bring hands down, step your right leg back into lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knee, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, see back to heel, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward to lunge. Exhale, left foot meet right and fold. Inhale, bend your knee, hook thumb, reach up, arch back. Exhale, reverse flow, hands back, straight arms and legs, fold down. Inhale, bring hands down, step your left leg back into lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale. Inhale. Okay. Exhale, see back to heel, downward facing dog. No, mine. This is not mine.
Oh, I don't know what yours is.
This is. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Exhale, right foot meet and fold. On the inhale, bend your knee, hook thumb, reach up, arch back. Exhale, Tadasana. So this is the whole dance, whole movement of Jivamukti Sriya Namaskar, and we will play with the metronome at 4 counts by your own. Everyone listen first. So the higher pitch, this is downbeat, this is a movement, this is a cue when you have to move your body. Everyone ready, Tadasana? And claps, and move when I claps.
Good. Hard, right? Because you have to be aware. You have to become aware of the connection of everything. Not only like your breath and but you also can't depend on the teacher to tell you what to do. You have to be aware of what you did do and then take that into account. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Feet together, please. Exhale, hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, that means on your blocks. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior one, and stay. The heel is turned down, it's not a lunge. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga, no if you're rushing. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step your left foot forward. Your right heel turns down, come up, warrior one, and stay. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. You can assist echo. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, take your hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank. I taught a plank in the warm-up. Now, who's bending their elbows already? Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the right foot forward. Turn your left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior two. Don't shuffle your feet. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, reach forward to the right. Place your right hand on your right shin. Not your ankle, but your shin. Be aware of the difference between shin, ankle, and floor. So Emmy, is your fingers on the floor or your hands on your shins? Even if you think you have an advanced practice, think about what's being asked of you. Inhale. Exhale, one. Is that ankle or shin? Exhale, two. Oh, I know, right? Exhale, three. Awareness. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Place the right hand inside your right foot on the floor or block. But the palm is flat. Inhale, lift the left arm straight up. Look at your left thumb. Move your right shoulder into your right leg. Try to flatten yourself out a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, pull your right hip crease back towards your left heel. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, gently place your left hand down. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Lift your left heel up. You've closed your hip. Now put more weight into your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm up into the air. Look over your right shoulder without dropping your left hip. Press into your left hand. Push through the post-anterior chain of the left leg. Inhale. Good. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, place your right hand down on the outside of your right foot. Frame your right foot. Exhale, extend your right leg. Move your left foot straight forward until your left heel is grounded. Notice if your desire is to turn your foot out to the side. If your left foot is turning to the left, point your left big toe toward Krishna. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. If you're bending your right knee, you're going to raise your blocks up so you can extend your right leg and not have a bend in the knee. Inhale, lift the head and chest, pull right hip back. Exhale, fold forward, press your palms down. Walk your hands toward Krishna with your palms flat. So straight leg and walk your hands forward, stretching and pressing down. Inhale. Exhale 1. If you're bending the knee, Lydius, you can actually put your hands on blocks so you don't bend your knee. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Notice if you're bending the knee. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Now, bend your right knee. Now I'm asking you to bend it. Walk your hands forward a little more so your hands are underneath your shoulders. Now, I like blocks for this. I like blocks underneath my hands. It helps a lot. On your inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Now, dorsal flex your left foot and look back at your left toes. Notice if your left foot is above your hip. Have awareness if your left leg is above your left hip or is your heel in line with your hip. Now, walk your hands forward a little more. Everybody's already in a forward fold, and I didn't tell them to go into a forward fold. Come onto your fingertips. Notice that as you come onto your fingertips, now I'm asking you to be on fingertips, you're going to lift your chest and your shoulders. Look at the wall in front of you, not at the floor. Now, Emmy, drop your left heel so your left heel is in line with your hip. Now, balancing on your right foot, reach your arms alongside your body, balancing in Warrior 3 without lifting your left leg into the air. Keep your left hip closed. Warrior 3. Notice if that left foot is turning out to the left side. Notice if you have not got Mula Bandha engaged. Exhale 2. Notice if you are lifting your arms way up in the air. Exhale 3. It is all awareness, my dear. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, gently place your hands on the floor. Exhale, soften your right knee. That means to bend it. Inhale, step your left foot into a lunge where it came from. Back. Exhale, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Awareness, all awareness. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Turn the right heel down. Be aware of left and right. Come up, Warrior 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, reach forward to the left. Put your left hand on your shin, not your ankle, not the floor. Reach up, touch the ceiling. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Now exhale, bend the left knee. Warrior 2, stay. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Notice if your knee's tracking that way. Why? It's your hip. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then on your inhale, extend one breath. Then exhale, rebend. Place your left hand inside your left foot. Your right arm's going to reach straight up. You're going to move the shoulder into the knee. The hand, the outside of your left hand touches your left big toe. So hand, foot make a connection. Shoulder, knee make a connection. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Now come onto the ball of your right foot. Lift your right heel up. You've closed your right hip. Press into your right palm. On your inhale, lift your left arm up and look over your left shoulder. Sometimes this is called easy twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, gently place your left hand down. Frame your left foot. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Bump your back foot forward halfway. Just halfway. Till your heel's down. Make sure your back toe's not turning out to the side. Now, lift your head and chest. Pull your left hip back. And then exhale, fold forward. And as you fold forward, walk your hands forward toward the windows. So you can reach through your shoulders, through your scapula in this forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Notice if you're bending that left knee. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Pull the energy up through here. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Now your hands already walked forward. Bend your left knee. Now, put more weight into your left foot and your hands. On your inhale, lift your right foot off the floor. And as you lift it up, keep your right heel in line with your hip. You kind of know where it is. We did a whole little warm-up about that, right? Walk your hands forward a little more so you're not in a forward fold. Find your balance. To make this a little harder, come up onto your fingertips. Notice how you have to move the muscles in your back. Then, balancing on your left foot, reach your arms alongside your body, coming into Warrior 3 without lifting the right hip. Keep pointing those right toes down. Warrior 3, good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, good. Exhale, 4. Look forward, not down. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, gently place your hands down. Exhale, soften your left knee. Inhale, step your right foot back into a long lunge where it came from. Exhale, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Now, I like blocks for this next sequence, okay? On your inhale, step your right foot forward, left heel down, come up, Warrior 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Warrior 2. Inhale, extend your right leg. Extend. Exhale, rebend your right knee. Put your right hand on a block outside your right foot. Now, bring your left hand to your left hip. Look down at your right hand. Pick up the block. Move the block forward about 12 to 14 inches. You'll start to lift your left foot off the ground, and you're going to dorsal flex your left foot and find the balance on your right hand and your right foot. If you're on fingertips, use blocks, Emmy. Use blocks, use blocks, use blocks. What if you have to teach this one day and you have everybody on fingertips? Then, lift your left arm up into the air. As you lift your left arm up into the air, look at your left thumb. Half moon. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Notice if you've taken your left hand behind your back. That's awareness. I didn't ask you to do that. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Dorsal flex this foot. Don't point it away. Pull it toward me. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now, on your inhale, place your left hand down underneath your left shoulder. Drop your left hip, turning your left toes toward the floor. Left leg still in the air. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, fold forward over your standing right leg. Walk your hands back. Now, point your left toes. On your inhale, lift your left leg as high as possible. Lifting up. You're just dying to point that foot. Now I'm giving you the opportunity to do that. And now take the opportunity. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up as you bend your left knee. Open, stack your hips. Lift your left knee even higher. Exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your right foot and sit down. Adva Matsyendrasana. Plug both sit bones into the earth. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Seated spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, swing your right leg around, step back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, right heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. On your inhale, extend your left leg, 1 breath. Exhale, rebend your left knee, put your left hand down on a block outside your left foot. Now, bring your right hand onto your right hip. Right hand onto your right hip. Keep your right hip pointing toward the ceiling. Don't drop your right hip. Now, look down at your left hand. Pick up your block. Move your block forward about 12 inches. Put more weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot off the floor. And as you lift your right foot off the floor, dorsal flex your right foot. So pull your toes back towards your hip. Lift your right arm straight up and then look at your right thumb. Half moon. Inhale. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Turn your right toes toward the floor. Drop your right hip. Keep that right leg into the air. You're still in a standing balance. Then exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Walk your hands back this time. Now inhale, point your right toes and lift your right leg higher. How do I do that? I press down into my hands. Inhale. Exhale 1. The more you press down, the more your leg will lift up. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Bend your right knee. Open your hip to the side even more. Then exhale, bring your right knee to the outside of your left foot and sit down. Seated spinal twist. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to, the right arm up, twist over to the left this time. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, swing the left leg around, stepping back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push your seat to your heels. Come into a child seat. Interlace your fingers together, making 1 fist with your hands. Make 1 fist. Now place the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Tuck your toes under if you came onto the top of your foot. Lift your knees up and walk your feet forward so your hips are over your shoulders. Coming into a dolphin. Now, if you wish, you can stay in your dolphin. Or bring your knees into your chest, bring your knees toward the sky, extend your legs toward the sky, coming into a headstand. So headstand prep or full headstand. So how's your headstand, my friend? Yes, good. Bring your knee in your chest. Bring this knee. I'm here over here. Now bring your other knee into your chest. Bring your other knee in your chest. Yeah, now bring your knees together. Bring them together. Move your hips. Then extend your legs. Now, find Tadasana. Flex your feet. Stand on the ceiling. Now, here's what's going on. You're clenching your butt. And your quadriceps are completely like jelly. Relax this and activate this. Relax the back and activate the front. Try to get your knees to kiss. Try to get your knees to kiss. Inward rotation of the thighs. Flex your feet. Don't worry about pointing. Because if I let go of you, see what's going to happen? You're not stable. So here again, you're clenching. Don't clench. Squeeze in. Don't undo your hands. Come down. So what's happening, look at me. Look up at me. What's happening is you're using this too much. So you're clenching and you're throwing yourself forward. So you got to relax and you got to squeeze here. This has to squeeze now. Because you depend on this and it's an imbalancement. All right. Let's say this is the last 10 breaths. So if you're down, you want to try to come back up. You have 10 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Come up. Inhale. Exhale 4. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inward rotation and relax. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale gently with control. If you're still up, come down and rest in a child's seat. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Tuck the toes under, reach the arms forward, press into your hands, lift the knees up, coming back into a downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Now inhale, lift your hands off the floor. Lift your hands off the floor. Now, snakes only have one tail. So bring your feet together. Press your top of your foot down and lift your chest higher. So when you lift your legs up and you lift your chest up, you're in Shalabhasana, locust. In Cobra, the toes stay down, at least in Bhujangasana, not in Raja Bhujangasana, but then you got to put your toes on your head. That's a different asana altogether. Inhale, lift the body a little higher, and then exhale, come down, relax. Good. Bring the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, reach back, grab your ankles. Now, after you grab your ankles, shift your weight above your navel. On your inhale, lift up, balancing on your belly button, a little above your belly button. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, release your feet, rock out your hips. Let's do that again. Bend your knees, reach back, grab your ankles. On your inhale, lift up, Dhanurasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and relax. So we're going to do another little vinyasa sequence. Bring your hands next to your chest, your elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, come up warrior one. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior two. Inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, bend your right knee, place your right hand on the block outside your left foot. Exhale, bring your left hand to your left hip. Move your right hand and your block forward. Lift your left leg back into the air, coming into a half moon. Now bend your left knee and bring your knee towards your chest. Grab your left ankle with your left hand. On your inhale, kick your foot into your hand and lift up and arch back, coming into a back bend here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale, lift the knee away from the floor. Exhale, two. Inhale, lift the heel away from the glutes. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, release your left foot. Extend your left leg back. Exhale, place your left hand on the floor. Soften your right knee. Step back, downward facing dog with control. Good for you. Same thing on the other side. On your inhale, step your left foot forward. Turn your right heel down, come up warrior one. Find control, awareness. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior two. Inhale, extend your left leg, one breath. Exhale, rebend your left knee. Put your left hand on a block outside your left foot. I like a block for this. Bring your right hand to your right hip so you know what your right hip is doing. Look down at your left hand. Grab the block. Move the block forward. As you move the block forward, your right foot will lift up into the air. Your hips will be stacked on top of each other. Your shoulders will be stacked on top of each other. Now, bend your right knee into your chest and reach down with your right hand. Grab your right ankle. Then on your inhale, kick your foot back behind you, moving your heel away from your butt, opening up your quadricep in a back bend. Exhale, one. So kick back, make space here. Exhale, two, yeah, make space. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, release your right foot. Place your right hand down. Exhale, soften your left knee. Step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Good for you. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, come lay down on the abdomen. Roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips. Feet or hips width distance apart and parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. Half bridge. Inhale. Exhale, one. Good. Inhale. Bring your feet a little closer together so they're not so sprawled out. Exhale, two. Now get your shoulders underneath you. So pull everything under. Exhale, three. Better. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Release the hands and come down the middle back, the lower back, the hips. From here, you can stay in half bridge. You can come into a supported half bridge. If you would like to experience Urdhva upward bow seat, place your hands next to your head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingertips toward the shoulders. On the inhale, come up. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. First work with their feet. Exhale, four. So you got those Daffy Duck feet going on over there. Inhale. Exhale, five. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Everybody, let's talk about awareness. Awareness, awareness, awareness. Bring a block, put a block in between your feet. Put a block in between your feet. On that long side. And now your feet, that block's going to tell you what your feet are doing. Remember, whatever your feet are doing, your hips are doing. So if my feet turn out to the side, my knees are turning out to the side. I'm thrusting my hips in an external rotation. Try to keep your feet parallel so you're lifting up from the psoas, not opening up the hips. Does that make sense? You have to use a little adductor, some inner thigh muscle. Place the hands next to the head. Elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, lift up. Lift your body off the floor, then adjust your feet. Make your feet parallel. Good. Now lift up through your psoas. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. That feel different? Yeah, feels different. It's awareness, right? It feels different when you're more aware. Last one, place your hands next to your head. On your inhale, come back up. Exhale 1. Inhale, good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3, you're dropping in that shoulder. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Good. Now bring your knees into your chest. Give your knees a hug. The more I practice, I guess I've been practicing, now about 16 years. And I did start with Jivamukti. Jivamukti was the first class I ever took. And I became an advanced certified Jivamukti yoga teacher and owned a Jivamukti center for 10 years, or 8 years, until the pandemic. The more I practice, the more I really believe that even the physical practice of asana is all about just awareness and understanding action. The word action in Sanskrit is karma, right? We tend to think of karma as something weird and mystical that affects us from past, and it's all true, those things affect us. But the simple meaning of karma is simply action. What are my actions? Allow your knees to go over to the left, extend your right arm out, and gaze over your right shoulder. In the Bhagavad Gita, which is a huge text that explains yoga, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna, his student, that all he does is talk about action. When I first started practicing yoga, I couldn't understand why he was constantly talking about action. And he gives Arjuna all these different ways of understanding and evaluating and looking at his actions. He never talks about a downward facing dog in the whole text. He never talks about a headstand. All he talks about is action and how action ripples out from you. Bring the knees back into the chest and come over to the other side. And he gives Arjuna 1,000 different ways of dealing with action with a higher intention. He says, you can perform Jnana Yoga. You can perform Karma Yoga. But the highest form is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the same in the Tara mantra as understanding the Buddha's Dharma. Devotional yoga. I'm giving my actions up to a higher authority. No longer is it my actions. No longer is it about my feelings, my thoughts, my desires, my wants, my whims. I've become aware of all of those things that get me in trouble, and I've let go of them. I'm unattached to them now. Everything is an action for God or a higher purpose. Bring the knees back into the chest. Give the knees a hug. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward and rock back. Rock forward and rock back. Rock forward and rock back. Come up to a seated position. You can remain facing the mirrors. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. Lift your head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. Now imagine the world we would live in if everybody, Emmy, you can face us back, you can face the other way. You can face it all this way. Come over here, honey. Imagine the kind of world we would live in if everybody practiced these practices and started to think about action and how action ripples out from us and affects all beings. There would never be war. You wouldn't have division in government. You wouldn't have racism. You wouldn't have sexism. You wouldn't have xenophobia. You would have a world that is aware of other beings and their needs and how my actions affect other beings. I say, on even a deeper level, when you start to become that aware, you would not have the meat and dairy and egg industry anymore. Because I got news for you. If you want to be unaware, the food industry in this country wants you completely stupefied. They want you to be ignorant to what they do to your food and how you get your food. And awareness is also about that. How do I get what sustains me, what I put on my plate? Has it suffered? Am I eating something that karmically has suffered greatly and been abused and has lived a sad life? Am I energetically taking that and putting that into my body and taking on that karma because I'm eating it? It's a question to ask yourself when you are practicing yoga. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana, staff seat. On your inhale, bend your right knee into your chest. Exhale, open up your right knee, put your right foot on the inner side of the left thigh. Twist the torso over the left leg and exhale, fold forward, hold on to the left foot. Now, here I want to tell you about yoga. If you can live with your actions, if you say, well, you know what, I recognize the suffering of those beings, and I don't give a shit. Right? I don't give a shit. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to be a bigot, a hate monger, a misogynistic jerk, a classist, a racist. See, that's the thing. Krishna also talks about that person, that they've recognized their actions and they have chosen the wrong actions, or the actions that are adharmic, that go away from dharma. And he basically says that the person who has acknowledged that they're doing it, you have to respect that they know that they're doing it. You have to respect that they see that they're doing it. They've made a choice. The one that you have to worry about is a person who is unaware of their action. And now lift the head and chest, lift the knee up, and exhale, extend. Switch sides. So it's about that idea of becoming aware, awakenings. Lift your head and chest and exhale, fold forward. And if you can live with your actions with a clean conscience, if you can sleep at night, and you can say, yes, I'm that person. I wear a red baseball cap all the time. I feel that way. I think that lying, cheating, stealing is all fine if I profit. Hey, listen. If that's how you feel and you acknowledge what you're doing and understand your karma repercussions, listen, yoga's not going to help. I would suggest Zumba. On your inhale, lift the head and chest, lift your knee up and extend your leg out. On your inhale, bend your knees, place your heels where the knees were, Bring your feet about hips width distance apart, 2 fists. Bring your hands behind you 6 to 8 inches with your fingers pointing toward the mirrors. On the inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, let your head go back. Little tabletop here. And then come down and let's set up for shoulder stand. Salamba Sarvangasana. You can also go to the wall in Viparina Karani if you're not going to come into another inversion. Or you can lay down on your back in Goddess. How's your shoulder stand? Okay, let's go for it. Do you ever use a blanket? I'll show you this blanket trick. So I like this blanket. Come down just a little bit on your mat. I like this blanket because it takes the pressure out of your neck. So you're going to come and lay down with your shoulders right here on the rolled edge. So come down just a little, and your head on the bamboo floor. Now we're not putting any pressure in your neck. Neck is free. Now go into it. So do this. Go all the way over. Yeah. There you go. Now clasp your hands together in a fist. Now notice that external rotation of your arm. Keep that. Release your hands. Put your hands on your back as high as you can get it up here. Not here. Yeah. Now lift your legs up into the air. Come up. But don't move your hips back. Keep your hips over your shoulders. Squeeze those legs together. Don't let the legs come apart. Act like they're one leg. And then move your pelvis toward your face and walk your hands closer here, so that your ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder. So that looks good to me. Renee asked me about a shoulder stand workshop. Would everybody like a shoulder stand workshop? So I don't like this right here. Let me show you. Come down. So I'll show you why. So what's happening is you're putting a blanket here and you're pushing your chin into your chest, so you're actually stretching that. Okay? So what I suggest is put the blanket this way, then fold your mat over, put your shoulders here and your head here. Now, come back just a little, just a hair, no, not down, toward the windows. Now there is no pressure in your neck and your cervical spine is in a neutral position. It's not in your chest and it's not too far back. Okay, now go into it. Does that feel different? Do you feel like you have a little more space? That you're not so crunched up? Okay. Yeah, I see that a lot. I think somebody else tells people to do that. I don't know why they tell them to do that. Because it really kind of throws the neck into an odd position. All right, everybody try this. Bend your knees and bring your knees onto your forehead. Now, keep your knees on your forehead, put your toes on the floor behind you. Now, lift your knees away from your forehead and then clasp your hands together in a fist or hold onto your yoga mat. But straighten your legs. Start to straighten your legs. Yeah. Then bend your knees and bring your knees on either side of your head and wrap your arms around the back of your knees, holding onto opposite elbows. So like hug yourself in and try to get the tops of your feet on the floor, relaxing the front of your foot. Ah, there you go. Then put your hands on the floor toward the mirrors and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way down. Now, once you're down, lift your torso up, unfold your mat, put your blanket off to the side, lay down on your back. If you're in legs up the wall, you can come lay down on the back with us. And then press into your elbows, puff up your chest, and come onto the top of your head. fish, Matsyasana. Good. Then press into your elbows, bring your chin to your chest, and come down. And let's set up for Shavasana, corpse seat. So you can place a blanket underneath your knees. You can place a blanket on top of you. Let your breath now just breathe the body. Let the body become heavy. Letting the body relax. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And draw the knees into the chest, giving the knees a hug. And then gently roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the floor, lift the torso up. And come up to a seated position for meditation practice. So you can sit on a block, you can sit on a blanket. Here again, coming back into easy seat for a moment. Sukhasana. And as you find your seat, consciously place your legs, place your torso, place your head, your arms, your hands. The hands can rest on the thighs up or down. You can bring the index finger and the thumb to touch in Chin Mudra. And then close the eyes and allow the breath to deepen again. You don't have to employ Ujjayi Pranayama, that ocean-sounding breath, but you do want to have breath awareness. So inhaling deeply in a relaxed way and exhaling fully in a relaxed way. This is sometimes called yogi's breath. Start to draw the senses inward, letting my voice be the last thing to leave. And as you draw the senses inward, focus the mind, but you need something to focus on. So I'm going to give you a mantra to chant while you inhale and exhale. On your inhale, silently chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And as you exhale, chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, the words, and the actions of my own life contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. On your own. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing the hands together in prayer and bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings and the teachers of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings that are yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Echo, for teaching with me. Don't forget that we'll be doing we'll have some workshops coming up in September. So check the website. We'll start back up in August. I don't really ever do anything because so many people go away and want to get those last days of summer in. I know we're doing something with Ecstatic Dance, which is an organization. They do a little lead movement and meditation. And then there's like spiritual dancing and then some sound bath healing. So that's nice. And we're doing a workshop with my friend Michael Hayworth, who's a very, very, very talented yogi who's traveled the world teaching yoga. He's a Dharma Mitra teacher, but he's going to come and do a subtle body experience. So it will be focused on like pranayamas. It'll include asana, but there'll be a lot of like connecting to this awareness of subtle body. And then in that'll be September, October, my friend Deb Freeman is going to come and do a chakra meditation, but she's from Kripalu, and they teach a very gentle style of yoga. So it's a much more gentle practice, physical practice than my lineage, and but it will focus on chakras. And I thought it was interesting because we just did a whole month of chakras, but it was very much done from Sri Brahmananda Saraswati's point of view and what he says about asanas and chakras. You know, and he's like, you got to get that headstand in there for 10 minutes. And hers is a little different. It's a lot of sitting and just kind of like very gentle movement. So I wanted to explore that. We do have a 300-hour teacher training coming up in October. If you would like to be, if you're interested in that, come join us. Be love, be vegan, and I will see you again.